Hi Kishan, thanks for taking the time to talk with me. I'm currently working on an article about improving communication skills among students at VIT. Since we are both in our first year, I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. Many students here understand English well but struggle to speak confidently, either in class or during informal conversation. Have you ever felt this way?
Yes, definitely. I feel nervous when I have to speak in front of a group, like during class presentations or even while answering to a professor's question. I hesitate because I'm worried about making mistakes or being judged.
So, why do you think this hesitation exists?
Um, I think it's mainly because we weren't given enough speaking practice in school. Most of our focus was on grammar, writing, curriculum, and mugging up of the things, not conversation. Also, I mostly use my native language with my friends, families, so I don't get much practice speaking English naturally.
So, because of this, have you ever avoided speaking in English?
Yes, many times. Even when I know the answer in the class, I hesitate to speak up. Also, in group discussions, I sometimes let others take the lead because I'm afraid I won't be able to express my thoughts clearly.
What do you think would help students like you become more confident in speaking?
I think we need more opportunities to practice speaking in a comfortable environment. If professors encourage open discussion in classes, it would help a lot. Also, small habits like speaking English with friends for a few minutes daily or practicing in language club could make a big difference. The key is to practice without fear.
That's a great point, Kishan. Many students probably feel the same way but hesitate to admit it. Your insights will be really helpful for my article. I appreciate your honesty and suggestion. Hopefully, with more practice and the right opportunities, we can all improve our communication skills together. Thank you, Kishan.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hi, Vinay. As you know, I'm conducting interviews to understand the challenges students face when communicating in English and how we can improve our skills. Since we are both in our first year, I thought it would be great to hear your thoughts. We've been at VIT for a few months now, and I've noticed that many students hesitate to speak in English. So, what do you think are the main reasons behind this?
Um, I think it's mostly because we're still adjusting to the new environment. Many of us come from schools where English was just another subject and we didn't have to use it daily in our lives. Now, when we are suddenly expected to speak fluently in classes, it feels unnatural. Also, the fear of making mistakes or being judged by others stop us from speaking freely, I think.
Right, that's a great point. Have you personally experienced any difficulty in speaking English here?
Um, yes, actually, many times I feel comfortable when I'm talking one-on-one. But when it comes to group discussion or presentation, I struggle to find the right words. Sometimes even when I know what to say, I hesitate because I'm afraid of my pronunciation or the grammar might go wrong.
Right, that's a great point. Do you think VIT provides enough opportunities for students to practice communication?
Uh, there are opportunities like clubs and events, but many students don't participate because they feel shy or nervous. I think if communication practice was built into our academic activities, like interactive discussions in class, it would help students to improve without extra efforts.
Right. So, what do you think would be the best way for first year students like us to improve?
I believe the best way is to start small. Instead of trying to be perfect, we should practice speaking a very little every day, maybe answering questions in class, joining an English speaking club, or even having a casual conversation with our friends in English. Watching English content or reading aloud can also help us to get used to this particular language.
That's a great suggestion, Vinay. Finally, Do you have any advice for the students who feel nervous in speaking in English?
Yes, my advice would be don't be afraid of making mistakes. The more we practice, the more confident we'll become. Instead of worrying about grammar, focus on getting your point across. With time, fluency will also come naturally.
Well, that's really helpful, Vinay. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, and I think this will be valuable for many students. Thank you, Vinay.
Thank you.
Hello, Sumit. So, since you're in your third year, you've probably faced situations where strong communication skills were necessary, whether in academic presentations, internships, or networking. Many students at VIT struggle to express themselves confidently in English, even when they understand the language well. So, from your experience, how important are communication skills in academics and career opportunities?
Hello, Aryan. In the first 2 years, communication may not seem like a big deal because our focus is on coursework and exams. But as we move into your third year, we start preparing for internships, projects, presentations, and networking events. We start. That's when the strong communication skills really matter. Many companies who look for candidates who can express their ideas clearly, not just those who are technically strong, because you're trying to coordinate with a team of people. You're not working as alone as you were in your college.
Right. Uh, so, have you ever personally struggled with communication in any situation?
Uh, yes, I remember my first technical presentation in my third semester. It was a disaster. I had prepared well, but when I stood in front of a class, I kept hesitating. My voice lacked confidence, and later during an internship interview, I understood the seriousness of how communication skills are important. If I couldn't communicate effectively, then my technical skills were as good as nil.
Okay. So after that, what steps did you take to improve your speaking confidence?
Uh, I started practicing regularly. One of the best decisions I made was joining one of the best decisions I made was joining the anchoring club where I had to talk in English in front of a huge audience. It was uncomfortable at first, but over time it helped me build confidence. I also made it a habit of having small conversations, like in my as my roommates. Many of them also faced the same issue of the fear of public speaking. So we all made a decision to have group discussions every week of regarding any one topic in English, which helped us a lot get better in our public speaking skills.
Wow, that was a really great idea. So, what do you think students in their first and second year should do to avoid these struggles later on?
Well, I would say you need to start practicing early. It is better if you don't wait for internships and placements. You need to start engaging in group discussions, present in front of a mirror, and participates in debate clubs. Even small daily habits such as thinking in English or speaking to friends in English, even for a few minutes, can make huge differences. The key is to keep practicing, without the fear of making mistakes, of course.
Well, these were really good tips and tricks that you gave us. So, that was really insightful. Thank you for sharing your experience, and I'm sure this will help many students. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.